When fans first noticed the delicate J&M detail within Jungkook's tattoo collection, the internet seemed to pause for a split second, then explode. Screenshots circulated at lightning speed. Close-up photos were zoomed in, sharpened, and analyzed frame by frame. What had once been a subtle marking suddenly became the center of a global conversation. Two simple letters, joined by an ampersand, were enough to send millions of fans into a spiral of curiosity, excitement, and emotional speculation. For years, Jungkook has been known not only for his extraordinary talent, but also for his thoughtful self-expression. As a member of BTS, he grew up in front of the world. Fans watched him evolve from a shy teenager into a confident global star. Along the way, every hairstyle change, fashion choice, and artistic decision became part of a shared journey between him and ARMY. His tattoos, in particular, have always carried a sense of mystery and meaning. Unlike fleeting accessories, tattoos are permanent. They suggest intention. They tell stories. Jungkook's existing designs, symbols, letters, and imagery have long been interpreted as tributes to his passions, beliefs, and relationships. So when J&M was spotted, it didn't feel random. It felt deliberate, and that was enough to ignite thousands of theories overnight. Social media platforms were instantly flooded with discussions. Some fans expressed shock. Others felt emotional. Many described the discovery as unexpected yet somehow meaningful. The speculation wasn't rooted in negativity. Rather, it came from a place of deep emotional investment. Supporters have followed Jungkook's journey for years, celebrating his growth and milestones. Naturally, they wanted to understand what this new detail might represent. One of the most common interpretations connected the letter M to Jimin. The two artists have shared countless memorable moments on stage, backstage, during interviews, and in behind-the-scenes content. Their dynamic has often been described as warm, playful, and supportive. Fans have witnessed their laughter, their quiet conversations, and their consistent encouragement toward one another. Because of this visible bond, some immediately assumed the letters symbolized something shared between them. However, it is important to emphasize that these interpretations remain fan theories. Neither Jungkook nor anyone officially associated with him has publicly confirmed the meaning behind J&M. And perhaps that silence is intentional. Artists are allowed to have private meanings behind their personal expressions. Not every story needs to be explained in detail. Still, the mystery itself became part of the fascination. In the days following the discovery, older interviews resurfaced. Fans revisited past live streams and behind-the-scenes footage, searching for subtle hints. They analyzed gestures, inside jokes, and even lyrics from songs. It was as if the entire fandom had collectively turned into detectives, careful, passionate, and determined. But beyond the speculation, something more meaningful emerged: respect. While curiosity was intense, many fans openly stated that the true meaning didn't need to be public. They emphasized that tattoos are deeply personal choices. If J&M represents a cherished friendship, a memory, a philosophy, or even something unrelated to public assumptions, that truth belongs first and foremost to Jungkook himself. This reaction highlighted something powerful about the relationship between BTS and their supporters. Over the years, the group has built a bond with ARMY based on honesty, vulnerability, and mutual respect. They share their music, struggles, and growth, but they also maintain boundaries. Fans have learned to celebrate what is shared while honoring what remains private. In many ways, the J&M conversation reflects the broader evolution of Jungkook as an artist. Early in his career, he was often described as the golden magne, admired for his all-around abilities and youthful charm. As he matured, he began exploring deeper layers of identity. His style shifted, his confidence strengthened. His artistic direction became more personal and experimental. Tattoos became part of that transformation. In industries where public image is often tightly controlled, self-expression can be a bold statement. Jungkook choosing to embrace visible tattoos signals autonomy. It communicates that he is comfortable presenting himself authentically, even when it sparks discussion. Rather than hiding aspects of his personality, he integrates them into his public presence. The emotional weight behind the letters may never be fully explained, and that uncertainty keeps the conversation alive. Some fans believe the ambiguity adds beauty. Not knowing invites imagination. It allows supporters to project their own feelings onto the symbol. For some, J&M represents loyalty. For others, it symbolizes growth, gratitude, or connection. Interestingly, even people outside the fandom took notice. Entertainment media outlets began covering the speculation. Articles dissected fan reactions and highlighted how two small letters could generate global headlines. It became yet another example of BTS's cultural influence. Even subtle details command worldwide attention. Yet through all the noise, Jungkook remained characteristically calm. Public appearances continued. Performances remained powerful. Interviews stayed focused on music and artistry. If he was aware of the online frenzy, and surely he was, he didn't appear shaken by it. That composure only deepened admiration among fans. There is something poetic about the simplicity of J&M. No elaborate imagery, no dramatic design. Just two initials connected together. The minimalism invites intimacy. It feels almost like a quiet whisper rather than a loud declaration. And perhaps that is the point. Throughout his career, Jungkook has often expressed gratitude for the people who shaped him. Whether speaking about his fellow members, his family, or his supporters, he consistently acknowledges the importance of connection. Tattoos can serve as permanent reminders of those bonds. If J&M holds sentimental value tied to a meaningful relationship or memory, then it stands as a tribute carved into skin, a lasting emblem of appreciation. At the same time, it could signify something entirely different. Initials can represent philosophies, phrases, or internal mottos known only to the wearer. They can commemorate pivotal moments or private milestones. Without confirmation, every interpretation remains open-ended. But maybe that openness is what makes it beautiful. Fans often say that being part of this community feels like participating in a long story, one filled with chapters of growth, heartbreak, triumph, and unity. Details like the J&M tattoo become symbolic plot points. They spark conversation, deepen emotional investment, and remind everyone that idols are human beings with personal lives and layered identities. The most striking aspect of this situation isn't the tattoo itself, it's the reaction. Instead of backlash, the overwhelming tone has been supportive curiosity. People expressed excitement, affection, and protective respect. Many wrote messages saying that regardless of the meaning, they trust Jungkook's choices. That trust speaks volumes. It also reflects how the members of BTS have matured alongside their audience. As years pass, the relationship between artists and fans evolves. It becomes less about fantasy and more about genuine admiration for artistry and authenticity. Support shifts from obsession to understanding. The J&M detail may fade from trending topics eventually. Another performance, announcement, or creative project will capture headlines. Yet for those who witness the moment of discovery, it will remain memorable, a reminder of how even the smallest symbols can ignite powerful emotions. Perhaps one day Jungkook will sit down during a live stream and casually explain the meaning behind those letters. Or perhaps he never will. Both possibilities are equally valid. Not every mystery demands resolution. In the end, what matters most is that he feels confident and content in his self-expression.